Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna
Vanchakalpatarubhasya कृपा सिंधु पेयवच पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय Hare Krishna, all glories to the assembled devotees. This is Anita Ramaya from Sharjah, UAE, welcoming all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call for the morning session of Srimad Bhagavatam. Before moving on to the session, I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. Number 1, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Number 2, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. Number 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Number 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. Number 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. Number 6, to give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord. Number 7, to commit sinful activities on the chanting of the holy name. Number 8, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as 42 activities, Karma Kanda. Number 9, to instruct a faithless person about the holy name of the Lord. Number 10, to not have complete faith on the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success, that is Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So, before moving on to the session, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Hare Krishna. Anyone else? Anyone who wants to introduce themselves, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. All glories to your wonderful services, Mataji. You look very beautiful.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srimati Radharani Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. And thank you for all your wonderful services for Bhakti Sangha Mataji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Shamagori Devidasi from Charlotte. And thank you so much, Mataji, for your service. You are greeting everybody from the car. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Here a few devotees have come from my hometown. So I just came to meet them. So on the way, going back. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, dear Shamagori Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. And thank you for all your wonderful, wonderful services to the group, Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavats Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vardhana from Atlanta, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Vardhana Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. And thank you for all your wonderful services to the group, Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Ramaya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karna Devidasi from Anka. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and performing your services so perfectly. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear Indulekha Karna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to all your wonderful services to the group, Mataji. And you are all my inspiration, Mataji. To this extent. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful inspiration for me, Mataji. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Thank you for your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nita Mataji, all glories Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajis. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. And welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna, thank you for your association, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji is joined? No, I think. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call for the session of Srimad Bhagavatam. So before moving on to the session, I would like to hand over call to our Grace Sundarangi Radha Mataji to give brief introduction about Prabhuji. Sundarangi Radha Mataji, are you there?
Mataji, actually today's speaker is changed in the last minute, so we don't
Oh,
have
good.
introduction.
Okay. Who is the speaker, Mataji? I didn't see.
Mataji, it's Gauranga Das Bihari. Gauranga Bihari Prabhu. Gauranga
Oh,
Bihari
okay.
Prabhu. Yeah.
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 Yes, I think Prabhuji had joined. Yeah, see, Prabhuji is there.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us your valuable time and association. Over to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. And today's verse will be from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8. Just searching. Krishna.
Chapter 16, text 61
Canto
and
8,
62.
chapter 16 and text 61. Yeah, yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Prabhuji. Sorry for the delay.
Should I recite the words, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. We can recite the verse, synonyms, translation, and purport.
Okay. Let's start with prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakha Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Taptakaञ्चन Gourangi Shirade Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Panchakalpadrobhasya Kripa Sindhubheva च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम गुम करो दिनाचारम श्री गुरु मदीनाचार्य आनंद मार्ग श्री चैतन्येश्वरम Hare Krishna. So thank you to all the devotees for joining today's discussion from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are discussing today from 8th canto, 16th chapter, which is entitled Executing the Payovrata Process of Worship. Text number 61. Ta eva niyama sakshat, ta eva cha yamottamah, tapodanam ratam yagyo, yena tushyati adhokshajah. What word meaning? Te, that is indeed, eva indeed, niyamaha, all regulative principles, sakshat directly, te, that is, eva indeed, cha also, yama uttamaha, the best process of controlling the senses, tapaha, austerities, dana, charity, pratam, observing vows, yagya, sacrifice, yena, by which process, tushyati, is very pleased, adhokshajaha, the supreme lord who is not perceived by material senses. Translation. This is the best process for pleasing the transcendental supreme personality of Godhead, known as adhokshana. It is the best of all regulative principles, the best austerity, the best process of giving charity, and the best process of sacrifice. Purport. The Supreme Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Supreme Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 18.66, सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful direction. Do not fear. Unless one pleases the Supreme Personality of Godhead according to his demand, no good result will come from any of his actions. धर्मस्वानुष्ठित पुंसां विश्वक्सेन कथासुया नोत्पाद्यति रतिं श्रम एव हि केवलम्. The occupation activities a man performs according to his own position are only so much useless labor if they do not provoke attraction for the message of the personality of Godhead. If one is not interested in satisfying Lord Vishnu Vasudeva, all his so-called auspicious activities are fruitless. Mogha shamogha karmano mogha vijnana vichetasaha. Because he is bewildered, he is baffled in his hopes, baffled in his activities, and baffled in his knowledge. Mogha, asha, etc. In this regard, Srila Vishwanath Thakur remarks, Na pumshakam anupamshakaneti adinekatvam. One cannot equate the potent and the impotent. Among modern Mayavadis, it has become fashionable to say that whatever one does or whatever path one follows is all right. But these are all foolish statements. Here it is forcefully affirmed that this is the only method for success in life. Ishvara tarpanam vina sarvam eva vifalam. Unless Lord Vishnu is satisfied, all of one's pious activities, ritualistic ceremonies, and yagyas are simply for show and have no value. Unfortunately, foolish people do not know the secret of success. Nate vidu swartha gatim hi Vishnu. They do not know that real self-interest ends in pleasing Lord Vishnu.
Yeah. Prabhuji, can you read the next one also?
Oh, next one also. Okay. Tasmadetad vratam bhadre prayata shraddhaya chara bhagwan paritushtaste varan ashu vidhasyati. We'll go to translation. Therefore, my dear gentle lady, follow this ritualistic vow strictly, observing the regulative principles. By this process, the Supreme Person will soon be pleased with you and will satisfy all your desires. Thus ends Bhaktivedanta purport for 8th canto, 16th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Executing the Payavata Process of Worship. Okay, so again, thank you for joining. So this is part of 8th canto where uh, Indra and the Devatas, who are the sons of Aditi, so they have been defeated, conquered over, and then uh, as a mother, Aditi mother is feeling for them, and she wants to help her sons, and therefore she is requesting uh, some austerity, some vrata to benefit her sons, and the suggested vrata is payo vrata. Payo actually refers to milk, so drinking that. So there are a whole chapter is describing how to do this, and in that way, and what in the last these two verses or last section, the description is about the benefit of doing this. So the 61st verse, as Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport here. So let's look at the overall event, which is uh, uh, kind of transpiring here. So one thing we can learn is, however great or however uh, benediction or we may be engaged in service of the Lord, there's always chance of upheaval. So in this world, we see that upheavals are quite common. So devatas who are actually representing the Lord, they are actually working to fulfill the mission or the system of the Lord. Still, they are having challenges of Bali Maharaj coming in, etc., etc. So this is a common theme in this world. But the 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 devotees of the Lord, how they work is, in all situations, they take shelter of the Lord. So here Devatas and their mother Aditi Devi. So their mother is feeling the pain of. So in the first canto also, when uh, Bhishma Dev speaks, so he says that, oh, your mother suffered greatly because of death of uh, her husband Pandu, and then she had to raise you, and then because of your activities. So so as a mother or as a woman, so they have to go through not only their own challenges, but then challenges which their family, their children go through. So here Aditi Devi is also going through that challenge, suffering, feeling pain as her own children are afflicted. So in this world, that's why if you remember in Kunti Devi, in her prayers in the first canto, she says, "Atha Vishveshva Vishwatman Vishwamurti Sukeshu me Snehapasham idam chindi dridam pandushu vrishtishu." So she's saying, Atha Vishveshva Vishwatman, you are the Vishwatman, you are the Isha, the Lord of the universe. Vishwamurti Swakeshu me. So you are Vishwamurti. What is my desire? Sneha Pasham. I have this Sneha Pasha towards who? Sneha Pasham idam chindi. Please cut towards Dridam, which is very Drida, Pandushu Vishnushu. On one side are my children, Pandavas, and the other side is my from my father's side family, Vrishnis. So if you are with us, then the Vrishnis are bereft of your association. If you are with Vrishnis, Pandavas are bereft of your association. And I am caught on both sides. So like for a mother, for a wife, so she has affinity for both parents, from her parents' side and from her husband's side family, and things like that. So in this world, any affinity, any attachment on material platform will lead to these kind of struggles. So she's saying, I some their Acharya's question that what she wants to break the ties of affection with devotees like Vrishnis and Pandavas. She is saying no, the material ties, the bodily ties. On devotional platform as devotees of Lord, that let they continue, but not material ties. So material ties will always give some kind of pain, pleasure, and one has to then deal with it or will be affected by them, etc., etc. So that we see first primarily in this whole episode or of Payovrata sacrifice, or this whole episode where now Vaman Dev will appear as the sun. So that is one thing. Now coming to this verse. So in this verse, if you see, ta eva niyama sakshat ta eva cha yatottamaha tapodanam vratam yagyo yena tushyate adokshaja. So the main aspect is the best process of pleasing transcendental Supreme Personality known as adhoksha. This is the best process. It is the best of all regulative principles, the best austerity, the best process of giving charity, and the best process of sacrifice. So the underlying theme of all our activities should be, as is mentioned, Yena Tushyati Adhokshajaha. Whether we are pleasing the Supreme Lord. That is the underlying theme of all our activities. If we are pleasing, then that activity is success. If we are not, then it is failure, waste of time, or partially successful, partial utilization of time. Right? That depending on what is the objective, how much we are pleasing the Supreme Lord. Are we doing our own activities and things like that as ordained by scriptures? So in this case, this is important principle that Tushyati Adhokshaja. Like Prabhupada is quoting so many verses from Gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam in the purport to substantiate this point. But ultimately, any activity we do, any tapa, vrata, dana, everything or anything we do, the end result should be kept in mind. That it is to please the Supreme Lord. So that part is an important critical factor. So, like, what is the difference between like rituals and spiritual? So, ritual is an external activity. So, externally, a Brahmana is doing also maybe worship of deities or Brahminical activities. Then a Vaishnava is also performing. So, if you look at it, both have similar kind of duties, similar kind of nature of activities. But then what differentiates a Vaishnava from a Brahman and traditional or karma kandi Brahman is that he is thinking that I want to earn some money, or this is my profession, or this is a way to live life. But for Vaishnav, it's not just living life in that way, it is pleasing the Lord by my kaya manasa vacha. What I speak, what I think, and how I act. So in that way. So that is the objective. So that has to be kept in mind. So that principle is there. And that makes everything complete. So then Prabhupada is quoting Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja Dharma Swanushtita Pumsam Vishwaksena Katha. So we may do our Swanushtita, which is ordained according to our Varna and Ashram principles. But if it does not, na utpad yadi ratim, na utpad yet rati ratim. So if it does not increase or instill rati towards the Supreme Lord, shama eva hi kevalam, it is just waste of time or labor, useless labor. Moga asha, mog karmana, moga jnana vichetasam. So bewildered, baffled in hopes, baffled in activities. So that is mentioned. Ishvara tarpanam vina sarvam evam vifalam. Unless we offer it to Ishvara as a tarpanam, vina, if not done, sarvam eva vifalam, everything is vifalam, everything becomes a no result or it opposite result. And Prabhupada is then quoting in the end from Prahlad Maharaj's prayers, Na te vidu swargatim hi Vishnu durashaye bhairarthamanina. So na te vidhu, he does not know swartha gatim. What is my swartha gatim? It's Vishnu. Durashaye bhairarthamanina. So what is external, he is considering it to be manina, bhairarthamanina. Or it is of my wealth, or it is of value. So like that. So I was thinking of two pastimes from Srimad Bhagavatam which substantiate this point. So if you look at how life puts us in such situations. So like for example, Prithu Maharaj's pastime. So Prithu Maharaj is a like a Shaktavesh potency of the Lord who is exemplifying the rulership. And he was engaged in performing Ashwamedh Yagya and to facilitate or to help his kingdom, his citizens to flourish. But at the same time, he did 99 sacrifices. It's mentioned that Lord Vishnu, with all devtas, everyone would appear in his sacrifice. But he did 99 and he was about to perform 100. But at that time, Indra he gets some insecurity. Oh, I am Shatakritu. I have the record of 100 sacrifice. So why is he performing? Oh, he wants my position. He will take away my position, my role, my. So then Indra started creating disturbance. So he took the dress of a mendicant and stole away the horse. Then Angira Muni tells that no, he tells the son of Ritu Maharaj, oh, he's taking away, kill him, bring the horse. So he goes, but he sees the sadhu's dress. He thinks, no, he's a sadhu. He comes back, then the sage says, no, you go and, Atri Rishi says, go and he's Indra. So he takes an arrow and he's about to shoot. Indra goes away and then he leaves the horse. He brings it back. Again, Indra is still not happy. So he again creates some disturbance, creates some wind, etc., and again steals the horse. Again takes another, a wish of a sannyasi mendicant, and that is how the Bhagavatam says that many different so-called uh, duplicious or this proponents or this parampara of fake sadhus etc. started. And at that point, again he goes, again he feels, oh, he is in the wish of a sadhu, he is leaving him. But then again, Atrimuni says, no, kill him. He's Indra, about to kill, again he disappears, leaving the horse. Like that, he does. So, Ritu Maharaj is becoming angry and he says, I will kill him. The sages say, you don't have to worry. We will put some oblations and we'll put him as an oblation in the fire with our mantras. So they're about to do that. Then Brahmaji appears. And Brahmaji first says to the priest that what you are doing. First of all, you cannot achieve this. And second, uh, it is against why are you creating different kinds of a religion by doing this? And then he turns to Prithu Maharaj and he says, oh, this is not good. You should stop at 99. Better you have 99 sacrifice only. I want good fortune for both of you in that mood. And it's unnecessary creating trouble. You are more knowledgeable or more, so you should understand and stop this. So Prithu Maharaj, it's mentioned in that verse, he immediately gives up that desire to do and in pleasing manner he accepts Indra as somebody dear to him. So in one sense, Prithu Maharaj was doing an activity which was dharmic, which was as a king also right, as a devotee also right. But then there are some other factors which are involved. So his actions were creating disturbance in the mind of another devotee. Maybe he is also devotee, maybe Mishra Bhakta, but again a devotee. And another higher authority is coming and informing you should stop because your action is creating disturbance in other devotee's mind or heart. So the Prithu Maharaj would have challenged, "Arey, why are you telling me? I did not do anything wrong. I am not going to anyone. I don't even have desire to get the kingdom of Indra or to compete with Indra. You better go him and tell him." No. But Brahmaji and Prithu Maharaj, Prithu through Brahmaji's guidance, they understand my stopping at 99 will actually be pleasing to the Supreme Lord. Why? Because Lord wants all his servants to flourish, to be raised in their consciousness. So he immediately stops without arguing, without thinking, without putting some his own points. I will tell my points, then we can have discussion. Why? Because purpose is he was not doing all this yagya, this and that. His ultimate aim of doing all this activity yagya was to please the Supreme Lord. So he understood, oh, if stopping the yagya will please the Supreme Lord more, immediately stop. No question. Whatever endeavor, effort, time, energy I have put, doesn't matter. Because objective is reached. So that's more important. And therefore, Lord personally appears and it's mentioned that Lord, when he came, he was so happy and eager to see Prithu Maharaj. It's mentioned that some acharyas, Rabbi Srinath Chakravarti says, uh, Lord came immediately and he generally does not put foot on the ground. But out of ecstasy of meeting Prithu Maharaj, he came so eagerly, he mistake put the foot and he was imbalanced. So he took, like, he put his hand on Garuda to take support. It's more of a Rasik way of putting Lord is never imbalanced. But just to show how eager and happy Lord was to just meet Prithu Maharaj or reciprocate with his love. So that is a very, very important principle in life that we are here to please the Supreme Lord. So, and in sometimes by doing service we can please, sometimes stopping service we can please. Another example is of Priyavrat, King Priyavrat in 5th canto. So he also has taken a vow to fast. Sorry, not to fast. He's like with Narad Muni, and then he has taken renounced order of life. So he's taken renounced order of life, and things are going nice. But then at certain point, Uttanapad, his brother's lineage, where Daksha, he goes for in his second birth, Daksha, he goes for a long penance. So there's no one to rule. So then there Brahmaji came, Swayambhu Manu came, and they are instructing King Privat that, oh, you should now take up the kingdom, there's no one. And there also, Brahmaji tells that everything is under the control of Supreme Lord. And everyone must work accordingly, just as bull is controlled by rope. So you have a desire to renounce, and you want to serve and please the Lord through this mode of renunciation. But I, as your guru, as your grandfather, great grandfather, etc., we know what is Lord's desire and how He wants you to serve him. So you better take up this kingdom, and that is how you should serve, and that is how you will actually please the Supreme. So that is the main motive of a devotee, is to please the Supreme Lord. And how do we know whether Lord is pleased or not? We know through his bona fide representative. They are pleased, they are representing the mood instructions of Krishna. So by their guidance, under their influence, under their direct guidance, we can actually understand what will please the Supreme Lord. So here again, he had certain plan of, and that was bona fide and done under Narad Muni, another great authority who was guiding him. But again, adjusting our position, our situation to best serve and please the Supreme Lord. So that is seen. So in the life of Srila Prabhupada also, we see that how a devotee, so like Srila Prabhupada in the beginning, so he was in, when he met Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, accepted him as his spiritual master in heart, then later got initiation, and so he had a desire to serve, but because he was already in Grihastha Ashram, family man, so he had responsibility. So he thought, I will serve in by building a business and then supporting financially and things like that. So Prabhupada did so much as Abhay Babu, Abhay Charan, and he tried his best. So things looked to be working, but at certain point everything started falling apart, and nothing was left. So Prabhupada was thinking, why this is happening? He had good intention, he had a noble desire to serve the spiritual master, serve Krishna, but then he realized, oh, yasyaham anugrahanami harishye tad dhanam shri. So when I do special anugrah on somebody, I take away everything so that he's completely dependent. So Prabhupada said, oh, this resonates with my life. So devotee who is actually on the standard of pleasing Krishna, serving the spiritual master, he makes his plan, but he is malleable to the will of the Lord, malleable to the desires of devotees, and that is what pleases the Lord. There's one nice verse also in Bhagavatam which talks about malleable. Anybody knows?
Is it Prabhuji Tattenukampam Susamixmana Bunjane Vatmakrutam Vipaka?
Okay, that is also nice. Tattenukampam sumikshamano bhunjana evatmakritam vipa hridva gvapurbir vidatham namaste. The Mukti Chadaya Bhag. Fine, that is, one can say Anukampa one sees even in Vipakam and with body, mind, and words. Ritva Gopurve Hridada Namaste. He thinks, I will get the mercy of the Supreme Lord. There's another verse, direct verse, which has the word malleable. Anyone else would like to contribute? सारथ्य पार्षद सेवन साख्य दौता वीरासना अनुगमन स्तवन प्रणामन स्निग्धेषु पाण्डुषु जगत्प्रणीतं च विष्णुं भक्तिं करोति नरपतिश्चरणारविन्दम्. Who says this verse? Anyone familiar with this verse? This comes in first canto. Yes.
Parikshit Maharaj?
Yeah. So Parikshit Maharaj is in this first canto, 16th chapter, when he was traveling as a king. So he will hear Sarathya, oh, for your grandfather's uh, Sarathya, Parshada, Lord accepted Sarthi, Parshada, messenger, Sevana, Sakhya, friend, Dautya, as a Doot, Virasana Anugama Stavana Pranama. He would act as night watchman. He would act as Stavana Pranaman. He would be, offering prayers. Yeah. Snigdhe. The word here is Snigdheshu. Why Lord acted in all these ways, even though He is Supreme Lord? Snigdheshu Pandushu. Prabhupada, if you see the word to word, Snigdheshu, onto them who are malleable to the will of the Lord. Snigdheshu Pandushu. Jagat Pranitam Cha Vishnu. So they were Snigdha. Pandus were malleable to the will of the Lord. Jagat Pranitam Cha Vishnu. So to that Lord, He Bhaktim Karoti Narapatis Charnar Vinde. So, hearing about this, Narapati, Parikshit Maharaj, when he heard this, Parikshit became overwhelmed with devotion to the lotus feet of Lord. How Lord is so Bhakta Vatsal. But what melts Krishna or what makes him go in that direction is seeing the love of devotees. Devotees know nothing except me, and Krishna says, I know nothing but my devotees. Snigdheshu Pandushu. So malleable to the will of the Lord. So that is, I don't know if any of you know what malleable means. Anybody knows what malleable means?
To be easily
Adjusting to the circumstances, Prabhuji.
Adjusting to circumstances. Yes, anyone else? To mold. Mataji is saying to mold. Adjusting to circumstances. You know where this word malleable is generally used in physics or science?
Metals.
metals can.
Yeah, for metals they use malleability. There is a component. So the more the malleability, the more the metal can be um, broken into or made into finer. So like gold has a high malleability. So therefore gold has very thin. You can make very thin layers of gold. So pressed into shaped easily without breaking or cracking. So it can be. So similarly, without breaking or cracking. So the devotees are here, Pandus are Snigdheshu Pandushu. They are very malleable. You break them, mold it in this way, Krishna says, push them in the situation and they have to be in such constraint and be in such shape. They don't break. They are still eager and happy and grateful to Krishna. And that makes Krishna grateful to Krishna, subservient to them. Oh, my devotees are so eager, so desperate, so lovable. How can I leave them? So that mood is there, which Lord's reciprocation. So that malleability, that desire to serve and please the Lord, that is the most critical factor. That makes everything sublime or everything complete. Otherwise, life is like uh, we are doing activities, but they're still on surface level, mechanical. We're doing them, but unless we put our heart into it, and heart means we put our intention to please Krishna, it remains as a ritual only. It will become spiritual only when the spirit of serving and pleasing Krishna and his devotees is imbued in it, is flowing through it. And that makes, like this verse is saying, the one we are discussing, that makes it perfect. So we have to find this balance of doing things, activities as per our situation, as per our responsibilities as per our position, but we have to be conscious to remember to put this factor that am I doing it to please Krishna or am I doing it to puff up my ego? So that makes it the whole lot of change. So success is not in doing big things. Success is doing whatever we do with a big heart. Big heart means with heart which has Krishna in it. Big heart. Small heart or what do you call it? Not small, but shrunken. Shrunken heart is I'm just thinking for myself. Little bigger heart is I'm thinking for maybe society, community, as Prabhupada says, extended selfishness. But then broad heart is the broadest is when we are thinking of Krishna's pleasure. Krishna is the infinite, he is everything. So when we are thinking of pleasing Krishna, serving Krishna, so with that heart, if we do any activity, that is success. Whether we are cleaning our house, taking care of children, cooking, any activity we do, going to business, going to school, but the heart is big. That is, heart has intention to please Krishna. Then that activity is successful. Otherwise, we may do big activity, but the heart is not imbued with desire to please Krishna. Then it is not ultimate success. And that will be tested when we have something which we think we will use to serve and please Krishna, but Krishna will make a plan that he wants to take it away. And whether we still cling on to it, hold on to it, thinking, no, I cannot give it up. Oh, this is for service of Krishna. We may try, but if it is ordained by the Lord, then you have to accept that. Actually, ultimately, I remembered in first canto when Pandavas retired timely. So there also it's mentioned that Vanchito ham Maharaja Harina Bandhurupina Yena me apratham tejo deva vismapanam mahat. So when Arjuna returns, Yudhishthir Maharaj is waiting, he's seeing all ill omens. So he's so dejected. So then he says, Hey Maharaja, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Vanchito ham, I have been bereft of Krishna's association and my powers. Harina Bandhu Rupina. He was my Bandhu, Hari. And Yena me apratham teja, the unbeatable, unfathomable teja which I had, Deva Visma, which could even bewilder or make the Devtas also tremble, that has been gone. And there in that purport, Prabhupada writes that for going back to Godhead, for going to the spiritual world, Arjuna did not need these powers. These powers were bestowed for some service. But going to spiritual world, these powers are not required. So we may be given some powers, some skills, some facilities to do the service. But to go back in association of Krishna to serve and please him, these powers may be taken away, they may not be required, because going back, it's not. So we have to be malleable to the desires of the Lord to serve and please him according to his desire, not according to my desire. So that is higher level of service attitude. So in that mood, we can see this mood is mentioned. And then the text 62 also, my dear gentle lady, follow the ritualistic vow, strictly observing the regulative principles. By this process, the Supreme Person will soon be pleased with you and will satisfy all your desires. So, even if we have some desire, akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaredi tivrena bhakti yogena. Doesn't matter. Dhruv Maharaj's example, other Gajendra's example, etc. So, tivra bhakti is important. Whatever maybe you have this desire, and it satisfy all your desires. But Krishna's way of satisfying is very unique. He satisfies also and develops, brings in a feeling of gratitude and detachment at the same time. In this world, there is, even if the desires are fulfilled other than by Krishna, one remains ungrateful and attachment or no satisfaction, hankering develops. But if it is done by Krishna, then gratitude and detachment also come. Gratitude comes because jnana is there, understanding, so gratitude, and then vairagya also develops accordingly. So in that way, we can understand this. So just we discussed on few things in today's in context of first the Aditi. She is asking, being affected by the state of affairs of her children, so she's asking some help to reinstate Indra and her children. And so we discussed how in this world any kind of attraction, attachment will lead to some kind of anxiety, and then we discussed Kunti Maharani's prayers and things like that. Kunti Maharani also had to go through a lot of pains because of her connection with Pandavas, etc. And then from the verse itself, we saw the example of, perfection is in all actions when it's for satisfaction of Vishnu. Otherwise, it's Shama eva hi kevala. Na te vidu swart gatim hi Vishnu. So we saw the examples or stories of Prithu Maharaj, how he adjusted his plan and he got blessings which were much more, he pleased the Lord by stopping and doing. Even Priyavrat Maharaj, he also, following the instructions of Brahmaji, Swayambhu Manu, stopped his desire and served according to the will of the Lord, as per the direction of Guru and sequence. So that principle, and then we saw the malleable aspect. We have to learn to be malleable to the will of the Lord, like attract. And even if we have any material desire, then if Lord we approach with Tivra Bhakti, then it brings gratitude and it also brings, fulfillment. One is not attached to that point. Hare Krishna. So, anybody has any comments, reflections, or points to make?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for such a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Very grateful to you. Thank you for coming in the last minute and taking this Srimad Bhagavatam class. Very happy to hear from you, Prabhuji. I really like the points that you were sharing, especially how a devotee should mold according to the circumstances that Krishna has created for us. We don't get frustrated. We don't get, worried or depressed for the situation and get shaken with our devotional service. Instead, we hold tightly the lotus feet of Lord and continue our devotional service. And there are many examples that you quoted from Bhagavatam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Very grateful to you. Hare Krishna. Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you.
dear devotees. Any questions, any realizations, please go ahead.
Pranam Mataji.
Yes, please, Prabhuji, go ahead.
There is a very nice look in Bhagavatam first canto. It says, Atas Pumbir Swat, Ata Pumbir Vijasreshta. So the Varnasram Vibhagasa Pamali.
Swanushthitasya dharmasya
Dharmasya
samsiddhi haritosha.
Haritosanam. Yeah, so that was the message that, all our activities, all our bhakti should be one pointed to, uh, satisfying Lord Sri Vishnu, which is through Guru Maharaj. Yasya prasada bhavat prasada, yasya prasada. So that's what I just wanted to share, Prabhuji. Thank you for allowing me to do that. Hari Bol.
Thank you, Prahladanand Prabhu. Any more realizations? I've seen chat messages. Everybody is glorifying the class. I'll check if there is any question. If anybody have any question, please raise your hand. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Just everybody is thanking for the wonderful class, Prabhuji. I really like the another point that you are saying. Even though we have a material desire, Krishna will, the word that you use, I'm not able to recollect. He will.
Gratitude.
Can you repeat that, Prabhuji?
Yeah, so I put it in that way. But if Krishna is fulfilled, that we feel grateful and we feel content, satisfied. So we automatically become detached from it. Like Dhruv Maharaj.
Dhruv Maharaj. Yeah, I was remembering Dhruv Maharaj. Yeah,
Gratitude is
and also you said if that desire is not fulfilled by Krishna's source is Krishna, then you get regretted. There is no happiness to that. You just get dissatisfied. You want more something else, yeah, which is
Yeah.
always your hankering and depressed. Yeah, thank you so much, Prabhu. Many beautiful lessons from today's class. Hemangi Gopeshwari Mataji, please go ahead with your question.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for giving the opportunity. Thank you, Prabhuji, very, very beautiful class. Actually, my question just got answered in a way, but I will just say it anyway. So I was just trying to understand, like when we are surrendering to the will of the Lord, it leads to detachment, you said. I just wanted to understand it a little bit further as to how this process happens. If you could please elaborate.
When we surrender to the Lord, how detachment happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योगा प्रयोजिता जनयते आसु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च यद अहेतुकम. So just by doing the Vasudeva Bhagavati, Jnana and Vairagya. So by gratitude, I mean Jnana comes. We understand, oh, what is my position? Who is Lord? And we become grateful. Actually, Lord has given us everything. What to speak of what we are asking for. He has actually given us everything. What we have not asked also, we don't deserve also, but still we have so much. So we become grateful to the Lord. And jnana comes. It's an aspect of, if we have jnana, proper jnana, it will bring in gratitude because we understand what's my position and what's position of the Lord. Gratitude will come, and when proper jnana is there, then vairagya to this world is natural because I understand that I will be content with my relation with Krishna. I'll be content with just seeing a smile on Krishna's face. That is giving me fulfillment. Hasam Hare Ravanita Khidaloka Tivra Shokashpu Sagara Vishoshanamatyudaram Sammohanaya Rachitam Nijamaya Yasya Bhrumandalam Munikrite Makaradhvajasya. This is from Kapil Shiksha, 28th chapter of 3rd canto. So, Hasam Harer, just seeing the smile on Lord's face, Hasam Harer, Avanita Akhila Loka Tivra Shokashru Sagar. So, the pains, the struggles we go through, which has created so many tears in our heart, in our eyes, not this lifetime, millions of lifetimes, it has created a Sagar, Shokashru Sagar. But just seeing the smile on Lord's face, it becomes Vishoshana. It is dried up completely. Atyudaram, that is the nature of just seeing the smile. And yeah, the second part is also there, which is like Bhrumandale Munikrite Makaradhvajasya. So the point is, one becomes so satisfied, content. So like as Dhruv Maharaj says that, oh, I got diamond, but I was after broken pieces of glasses. So the object remains the same, but our outlook to that object has changed. It does not actually give any pleasure anymore, because we understand it is not substantial to give pleasure. It has no actually substance to give us pleasure, and it cannot actually give continued pleasure also. It is temporary. So then it is an automatic, transition. It's not like falgu vairagya or like forced renunciation, where person is, uh, uh, you know, forcefully, oh, I don't want this, I don't. He naturally feels, oh, if it can be used in Krishna's service, well and good, accepted. If not, then Hare Krishna, let it be for whoever feels they are happy with it or feel excited about it. Then
Thank you, Prabhuji, for this beautiful answer. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for your question. I'm just looking at the chat box. There are any questions in there? Yeah, no questions. Oh, okay, there is one question at the end. At what point do we understand that the ordinance by the Lord and stop putting futile endeavor in achieving certain things or overcoming certain situations?
Okay, so Prabhupada in sixth canto, not sixth canto, fourth canto, in today only we were reading Prithu Maharaj's section. He, when the whole episode which I just read it today, so I was recalling. So he says in the end that when some things are futile, matlab our repeated attempts are not working, then it's better to just accept it as will of the Lord. So that mood. So at what point we can try, but even after our attempts, if things are not working out, then we should accept it as the will of the Lord. Like I don't know if this may be like I'm extending it somewhere, but uh, like for me it was a very relevant and how it was explained. So if you read Mahabharata and in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are some episodes which are totally differently mentioned, especially Parikshit Maharaj is passing away. So Parikshit Maharaj passing away in Bhagavatam is mentioned that, as we know, so he left everything and then went to the bank of either Ganga or Yamuna, and he sat there and to fast and hear from, and Shukdev Goswami comes. But in Mahabharata, it's mentioned totally a little different way. It's mentioned that he built a whole palace of glass, and then he was trying to protect himself and things like that. So then, how to reconcile? Mahabharata is also written by Vyasdev. Bhagavatam is also written by Vyasdev. So one of our seniors who taught us Bhagavatam, he told a very nice way of understanding, and I am going to relate to this point at hand. Will say, "You're raising doubts in our mind in 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 the way explanation is given." So he said beautifully, it's about lens. So he was saying which lens? Bhagavatam is using lens of devotion. Mahabharata is using lens of dharma, artha, kama primarily, and sometimes moksha. So they will show that episode through dharma, artha, kama lens only, and Bhagavatam will show what is pure devotional lens, prema lens. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha is sidelined. Prema lens is only shown. Prema pumarto mahana. So that is shown. But it is natural for any living being to try to save his life, matlab, keep the body as long as it can live. So from Mahabharata's perspective, what is saying can also be accepted externally. It's natural for anyone to live as long as the body can survive, But the inner mood of a devotee is explicitly told in Bhagavatam. So why I'm saying is, sometimes sometimes some disease may come, something may come, suppose. So how do we understand how much to try? So you try your best to overcome the disease, take the medicine, take the diet, go to this doctor doesn't work, go to second doctor, third doctor, fourth doctor, whatever. But after some time, if you try everything and nothing is working, so you can accept that is the will of the Lord. You try your best to keep situation in your control, or try to, with the mood to serve. Because if I have a healthy body, if I have a healthy situation, I can serve with more strength, with more vigor. But even after trying nothing was, then accept it and then also serve as per your situation and circumstance. So in that way, we have to understand there's no fixed rule. After 4 attempts, now you know that it is the plan of the Lord. After 10 attempts, no, it is you try your best. If still it is ordained by the Lord, then you accept it as ordained. You don't have to continuously keep on. I was actually looking at that purport where Prabhupada says that. Yeah, so he says one has to accept. Yeah, like that.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Even we feel that also, like when it is multiple time tried and it's not happening, inside voice will be talking to you. Maybe it's not the Krishna's desire. Let's not waste on this and try what is Krishna saying us. I personally felt it like that when it happened to me. I don't know if everybody feels that. Definitely, we feel that it's not a Krishna's desire. That automatically shows. Yeah.
Yes.
यस माता जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रभु जी। हार माननी चाहिए या नहीं माननी चाहिए और कब माने, for that it was the perfect solution that you have to keep on trying. That disease body one example which you gave, it was very good for me to understand. मीन्स कब तक मानोगे आप? ओके ठीक है, यहाँ दिखा दिया, वहां दिखा दिया, ये कर लिया, वो दवाई ले ली, देन एट लास्ट आफ्टर यू फील दैट इससे आगे कोई ट्रायल्स नहीं कर सकते हम लोग बचाने के लिए खुद को, देन वी एक्सेप्ट this might be the will of God which tells us or which suggests ki no, we have to keep trying till the last end. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. In that perspective only this question I had asked Prabhuji. Means from material point of view only, means at what point can I stop making my endeavors? Thank you for answering it nicely with that analogy.
When
Thanks
I
a lot.
told that example, I was remembering Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj. So when Bhakti Tirth Swami Maharaj was diagnosed with cancer, so he tried many things, many options he tried for some time, but at certain stage he realized that he tried everything, different medicines, this, that, here. But at certain point he realized it's not, nothing is working. So it's the will of the Lord. So then he kind of just went into that mode of accepting and taking shelter of the Lord. It was very painful, but that's how the devotees are showing by their example and how they live also in Krishna consciousness and they live also perfectly in Krishna consciousness. Like that.
Nice. Thank you, Prabhuji. Lot of nice realizations. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very, very grateful to you. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, any more questions? Any realizations? Okay.
I feel I am very junior to all of you, so you may have more realizations. Please forgive me for
Prabhuji is such a
speaking
beautiful
something
class,
out of
Prabhuji.
my experience, but just whatever.
Very grateful to you, Prabhuji, for taking up this class in the last minute and giving us so many nice realizations to meditate upon.
Many of the things I've heard from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu and Gauranga Prabhu and our seniors here on this, under their guidance, instruction, just trying to
Thank you,
serve.
Prabhu. I would like to offer my obeisances to you and all the Vaishnavas assembled on the call. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhu bhyavacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, His Grace Gaurang Bihari Prabhuji ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Hare Krishna. Gauranga.
Nityananda.
Nityananda.
you so much, dear
Gauranga.
devotees. We'll end the call.